Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to my first ever reaction. Today, we are going to be reacting to Meet the NFL's Greatest Defense by Chris Productions. Um, he's going to be talking about the Seahawks' current defense and the LOB. So, let's see the comparisons between these two defenses. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this Seahawks defense, but it is not LOB. I think LOB will forever be in its own category, and the dark side will be in its own category. And that's okay. You know, we shouldn't compare the two. Both defenses are elite. Both defenses are like that. And let's see what this video got to say, man. Let's go.
When a buzzsaw is going, Mitchell, it doesn't matter what's in the way. It's getting shredded.
In 2014, the Legion of Boom walked into New Jersey and deleted the greatest offense in NFL history. Peyton Manning to 8 points and changed the sport forever. For a decade, we thought that was the ceiling. We thought nobody could ever be that physical or dominate again like that. And well, we were wrong.
Bro, LOB was so physical. It's insane. Witherspoon could have definitely played with the LOB, with how high energy he is and like just how physical he is. Hell yeah. Man, D-Law, bro. I still remember that game.
Fast forward to February 2026,
Destroyed them
the
Niners.
confetti's falling at Levi's Stadium, and it isn't celebrating just a trophy. It's marking the arrival of a new nightmare. In Super Bowl 60, they completely suffocated the New England Patriots, humiliating them, getting 7 sacks, 3 takeaways, and pressure every single dropback. They officially had a rookie quarterback seeing ghosts and won their prize as a Lombardi trophy. And now it's time to meet one of the greatest defenses of all time. Now, to understand how we got to this point, though, we have to look back at how far this team really had fallen. Like, just 2 years ago, the Seahawks defense was a complete liability. The Pete Carroll era
yes, them Clint Hurt days. Everyone, if you're a real Seahawks fan, you remember them days.
The entire NFL and ranked near the bottom in yards allowed.
You remember the Trey Flowers days. All that shit.
Gone. So the turnaround started with a massive philosophy shift by general manager John Snyder. And while he didn't look for a traditional coach, he looked for a tactician, and he found Mike Macdonald. Macdonald arrived in Seattle after making the Baltimore Ravens the most feared unit in the AFC, and he didn't care about...
Man, that Ravens defense doesn't look as scary as it used to be in the 2023 season. He brought a level of
complexity to the defensive side of the ball that the
Since
NFC
Mike left.
was not ready for. Disguising coverages, changing looks late in the play, and making life living hell for quarterbacks.
What I love about Seattle is they take great players and they add scheme with it. Mike Macdonald says, yes, our guys are good, but I'm going to add a little flavor in this. We're going to disguise coverages. We're going to do those different things. So
I love the disguise pressures he brings, like those dialed up blitzes that Mike calls, like
bottom 10 unit
perfection,
into the
bro.
#1 scoring defense in the NFL, allowing just 17.2 points per game. But more importantly, he instilled a new identity built on 4 pillars: brotherhood, truth, work, and violence.
Man, Ernest Jones is a
Mike Macdonald
dog,
is the
man.
brain behind the operation, but he knew
I'm
he
so
needed a
happy we have
specific
him on
type
our
of
team and
teacher
he's the captain
on
of our
his staff.
defense. Like,
So he went out and
I'm
he found
so glad
Aiden Dirty.
we have him.
Dirty's story is the heart of this team's grit. An English-born coach who started in NFL Europe, who didn't have the typical football royalty path. I mean, he had
no one really talks about Aiden, but we should talk about him more. I mean, I get he's not actually the one calling defensive plays. It's Mike, obviously.
These two guys,
but
they moved away from
I mean,
those cover 3 schemes
the way he's coaching up the guys as well, and
you know,
just keeping guys on the same page throughout the season. I mean,
like in an era where every team was getting lighter and faster to stop the pass, Seattle decided to get bigger and meaner. They decided that the only way to truly stop modern
the Niners. Dude, I was actually at that game. I was at that game.
The quarterback never feels
bro, all them Niner fans in the stands, bro. They were so quiet.
That's what happened with the Seahawks. They just got better and better and better. And by the end of it, I'm watching them in person. I'm like, these guys are killers. And they are, and they're killers because they're smothering defense.
It's funny, too, because the nickname The Dark Side actually came on a mid-season bus ride where veteran defensive tackle Leonard Williams revealed that he and DeMarcus Lawrence and Ernest Jones came up with the nickname to lean into the ominous, rainy vibes of the Pacific Northwest winter. Basically, they said that they wanted to create a place that nobody wanted to play, and I think it's fair to say that they succeeded. And yeah, while the Legion of Boom did rely on their secondary to set the tone, the Dark Side, they win from the inside out. They don't need to blitz 6 guys to get pressure. They have so many guys who can get home.
Right.
Meaning they're always
We have the
seeming to
lowest
win,
blitz rate
even
in the
when just
league.
sending
Like, and
4
we get
guys.
like we
And
get
that was
pressure with
certainly
4
true in the
guys.
Super
It's
Bowl when it
insane.
mattered most.
I think another reason maybe we didn't really give them enough credit. They didn't have the one guy.
The one big
They don't
superstar.
have Myles Garrett or
Right.
J.J. Watt or Ray Lewis.
Right.
They have 10, 11, 15 really good players, but not that one star that everybody latches on
Right.
to. But they play together.
We're
they
so
hustle,
balanced,
they
man,
hit, they
all
don't make
around.
mistakes.
Corners,
They're very
safeties,
well coached.
linebackers,
It is an excellent
defensive
defense.
linemen.
Without a doubt,
I mean,
the anchor is Leonard
we're
Williams,
stacked
but the
from
engine
top
is
to
Byron
bottom, bro.
Murphy II.
We're
The
stacked.
2024 first-rounder has become the most disruptive interior lineman in the game, notching 7 sacks in 2025. And now
Shout
with
out to
Murphy
John
and Williams
Snyder,
plugging up
man.
the middle, Seattle
Putting
allowed
this
just
team together
3.7 yards
with
per
Mike.
carry in 2025.
Just
Like, that's the
amazing
thing.
job,
They
man.
forced teams to be one-dimensional throughout the entire NFL and really just their entire schedule. And that's the thing, too. Against this Mike McDonald defense, if you can't run the ball against it, you've already lost. And that's the thing, too. The comparisons between this team and the 2013 team reached its peak during the Super Bowl. As we all know, the opponent in both of these games was the New England Patriots. It was the team that had famously broken Seattle's heart 11 years earlier.
Yeah, nobody
Gone
gonna
to
remember
Super
that
Bowl
now.
49.
Nobody
And for the
gonna
city
remember
of
that
Seattle,
now. I
this was
promise
the
you.
ultimate
Only
chance for
Patriots fans will
closure,
remember
and
that.
the defense made sure there was no drama at all.
We don't like we
we
don't talk about that Super Bowl no more. Now we're all gonna talk about Super Bowl 60. How we absolutely destroyed the Patriots.
They scored, they got home, they created havoc, they got May off the spot, they got May on the ground, they got May potentially sped up, they got May potentially flustered, and dare I say it, seeing ghosts. That's what they did to New England in Super Bowl 60.
What's crazy about this, too,
Bro
is it was a
says
performance
he
that
goes,
almost
I'm
mirrored the
dead.
Super Bowl 11 years ago in its clinical execution. I mean, the Patriots were forced to punt on their first 8 possessions, only to then fumble on its 9th, and Drake May, who had looked like a veteran all season under Mike Vrabel, finished with the worst professional grade yet.
But they were in control the entire game. You know, as soon as you punch, bam, like, oh, these guys are soft. They're not built for this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, dude. I knew from the first possession, bro. Like,
The play that will always
oh
go down
crap,
in
the
Seahawks
Patriots are about to
history
have
too
a
is the
long
play
day,
where they
bro.
fumbled and cornerback Devon Witherspoon timed a blitz perfectly.
If you see the mic up,
on
Mike
Drake
Vrabel
May,
keeps
and
telling
the ball
Drake
was scooped
May,
up by
settle
Antonio
down,
Brown,
settle
who
down.
returned it 45
Like,
yards for a
bro,
touchdown.
Drake May
It was
from the
the
start of the
actual
game,
coming
that
out
boy
party
was
for a new
scared.
era of dominance. Like, for over a decade, the Seahawks were haunted by that one play, the goal line interception that ended a potential dynasty. But in Super Bowl 60, they didn't need one pass at the 1. They didn't need a miracle. Instead,
should have
they had a
3
wall.
Super Bowls,
The Patriots
man.
didn't
It's-
even get a single point on the board
Whatever,
until the
though.
fourth
We're gonna
quarter,
get this
and it
third
wasn't
one
a
next
revenge
season.
game. This was a
We gonna go
complete
back-to-back.
exorcism. The Patriots' historic offense, which had carried them to a 14-3 record, found absolutely no oxygen at Levi's Stadium, and by the time Kenneth Walker was lifting up the MVP trophy, the narrative on Super Bowl 49 had been buried forever under a mountain of defensive sacks and broken plays. And really, I think
glad
what we
it's
need to talk
buried.
about is just that this defense overall from 2026 in the Seahawks is just a true collection of elite talent that John Snyder has just masterfully, just honestly, amazingly assembled. And that's the thing too. He used all of those picks and basically all of the stuff he got from that Russell Wilson trade to go out and build this defense. And while a lot of people were focusing on Sam Darnold and really the quarterback vacancy spot that they had on this roster, John Snyder was out there getting a stock
Going from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold, Sam Darnold was so
Of course, it
life-changing.
starts with Devon Witherspoon, as he isn't just a cornerback, he's a heat-seeking missile. He plays with an edge that reminds fans of the early LOB days, but with a versatility that allows him to blitz, stuff the run, and erase slot receivers.
Bro, like, that's what I'm saying is Spoon is a Swiss Army knife. Same thing with Eamon Warrior. Eamon Warrior gives me Cam Chancellor vibes, and Spoon gives me Sherm vibes, like Richard Sherman. Like, bro, having those two players is going to be so key for our defense these next couple years. Like, they're really like the keys for our defense. Obviously, our heart and soul of our defense is Ernest Jones, but the two key guys for our defense is Witherspoon and Eamon Warrior, bro. Because they could play nickel, they could play corner, they could play safety, they could blitz. Like, it's insane. It's insane.
He's easily the heartbeat guy of this roster and a player whose closing speed and violent hands make him a force multiplier at the line of scrimmage. And then everyone's favorite, Nick Eamon Warrior. The rookie safety from South
Yup.
Carolina, who has filled the
I
King Chancellor
told
role
everyone. I told everyone when we drafted him. I told my brother-in-law. I told everyone. Nick Imawari is like a dog, bruh. And I remember telling my brother-in-law when we were eating, and I was telling him how stacked our defense was, and he thought I was crazy. He thought I was insane. And I told him, dude, we got Nick Imawari, we got Byron Murphy, we got Leonard Williams, Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, Boye Mafe, a lot of great players on our defense. And my brother-in-law, he would just laugh at me, bro, because he thought we were going to be trash. Like, not only our defense, but as a team in general. I told him, like, dude, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We are going to go far. I'm glad, man, that this team proved me right, bro.
the enforcer and took over the playoffs. At 6'3", 220 pounds, he provides the physical presence in the secondary that allows McDonald to run his exotic two-high shells while still being lethal against the run. Like, he is without a doubt a freak of nature who runs a sub 4.4 40, allowing him to cover the entire width of the field in a blink. But of course, the general of this entire unit is Ernest Jones at the linebacker spot. Since coming over in a midseason trade 2 years ago, Jones has been the glue of this defense as he's led the team with 126 tackles and amazingly 5 interceptions, playing with a cerebral instinct that allows the young players around him to fly to the ball without hesitation. However, Schneider's genius didn't just stop at the second level in the secondary. He knew up front that he was going to have a wall of a front seven. So by pairing the veteran leadership of Leonard Williams with the explosive Aaron Donald-like testing numbers of Byron Murphy II, Schneider created a front that could not be moved. He added DeMarcus Lawrence to the edge to provide a championship pedigree, effectively surrounding his young draft picks with future Hall of Famers, and this was overall just a perfect
Byron Murphy's
surgical
only gonna get better,
reconstruction
too.
of the entire defensive identity.
How about John Schneider when he
People
made
forget,
the
this is
Russell
only his
Wilson
second
trade
year.
and Denver bottomed out and they got the 5th overall pick? Witherspoon was a 5th overall pick. So if I'm a Seattle fan, I have so much faith in the operation.
And well, now the debate, it begins. LOB or the dark side? And look, personally, I grew up with the Legion of Boom and the dark side, so I got...
Look, man, people can compare the two, but I'm not. I think both defenses are in their own category, and we shouldn't compare them to. I mean, they're just like, it's different eras. The way the game was played was a lot different. Like, both defenses were special, man. Like, let's not take away from any of these two defenses, man. LOB, I mean, they're as iconic as it gets, you know? And then the dark side, man, this is only 1 year. You know, the LOB dominated for about 4 or 5 years. Let's see if this defense, the dark side, if they can do it for 4 to 5 years. If they can, props to them. But even if they don't, I mean, still, man, this defense is insane, magnificent, just extraordinary. Like, we shouldn't compare the LOB and the dark side, man. They're both in their own category, and people should just leave it at that, man.
See both up front and close, and the Legion of Boom was a force of a personality. They won with a cover 3 simplicity that challenged you to beat them.
I love
And they were a
Sherman,
lot
man.
louder, they
Ball
were more
hawk.
legendary, and honestly, they were just
Earl
icons
Thomas.
of the NFL. But on the other side, the dark side, it's statistically and technically far superior than the LOB, you could argue. Like in 2013, you could still be physical with receivers downfield, as opposed to in 2025, the rules are designed to make defense pretty much damn impossible. Yet this
That is
Seattle
true.
unit
That
led
is
the
true.
league in scoring, yards allowed, and third down conversion percentage.
Do I think it's LOB? No, probably not. But we don't have to do that. This is one of the best defenses that played the biggest on a huge stage, probably in the last
Right.
10, 15 years for sure. It was like watching a boa constrictor, slowly squeeze the life out of the opponent, man.
Like, that was the beauty of the LOB. It was the simplicity. The beauty of this unit, though, is its complexity. They show you one look and then run a completely different thing that they weren't showing. They play with a level of discipline that makes you feel like they're playing with 12 men on the field. On top of that, too, the most frightening thing for the rest of the league is that this isn't a
Bro,
one
Brock
and done
Purdy's
unit.
been having
The core
nightmares
of this
about Mike
defense is
McDonald since
incredibly young,
he
as
played
Witherspoon,
for the
Murphy,
first
and
time
Amon
against
Rory
them
are
when they
all
played
in
the
early
Ravens.
stages of their careers, and McDonald is only 38 years old. The LOB led
Yup.
the league in scoring defense for 4 straight seasons.
Mike
It was
is,
considered a once-in-a-lifetime achievement. But now looking
he's
at
the
the
Sean
depth in
McVay,
Seattle
but
right
of
now,
defense.
who's going to stop them from doing it again?
Bo Nix doesn't get hurt. Are they still here?
He's like
Buffalo Bills
a
figure out how
defensive
not to mess it
mastermind.
up, and they win it. Are they going to beat the Seattle Seahawks team? And the Seattle Seahawks primed and poised to go ahead and do this for the next, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20? Is the culture only going to continue to grow?
So yeah, John Snyder didn't just build a championship team. He built a...
Like, here's the thing, guys. Like, what do you guys think? Because Sean McVay and Mike Macdonald, they're going to face off twice a year now. This year, Sean McVay cooked Mike Macdonald. Even though they only won once. But that's because the Seahawks just have the better overall team. But if we look at the games, the only team, the only offense that did whatever they want against the Seahawks defense was the Rams. You know? I don't know what Mike is going to bring out this next season, but he's going to have to change it up because Sean McVay clearly has his defense studied. He knows how to play against it. He knows how to scheme against it. And Mike's going to have to figure out Sean McVay's offense. He's going to have to figure out what can I do to stop, not necessarily stop their whole offense, because Sean McVay, I mean, he's an offensive mastermind. I mean, like, their offense is going to be good regardless. But there has to be moments in the game where their offense gets stagnant. A quarter where their offense just isn't producing. Like, I have to find something to make their offense just struggle a little bit. Because, like, if the Rams offense plays against us next year, the way they played against us this year, it's going to be a really, really nail-biting game. It's going to be crazy.
Standard. A standard that has returned the Lombardi Trophy to the Pacific Northwest, and the Legion of Boom will always be icons, but the dark side might just be the best to ever do it. I mean, the numbers tell us that, and I genuinely feel sorry for the rest of the NFC West who now have to deal with this unit twice a year at least. Because in Seattle, the lights have gone out for the rest of the league, and the dark side is only just beginning.
The numbers, they might say that they were better than the LOB, bro. But let's be honest. The teams the Seahawks had to go through from those seasons, 2013 and 2014, to get to the Super Bowl, they were a lot tougher than what the Seahawks faced this year in the playoffs. Not saying that our playoff run isn't special or that, you know, that our run wasn't impressive, but if we compare, for example, like, the Patriots that we played this year are not even half as good as the Patriots that the LOB had to play in the Super Bowl, when was it? 12 years ago. Like, that Patriots team, they had Julian Edelman as wide receiver 1. They had the best tight end in football at the time in Gronk. They had the best quarterback, Tom Brady. They had LeGarrette Blount in the backfield, an amazing offensive line. Then you had Danny Amendola in the slot. Then you had LaFell as well. Then their defense was stacked too. I mean, they had Jamie Collins, Chris Jones, I believe, Jason McCourty, I believe is his name. They also had Brandon Browner. I mean, Malcolm Butler. I mean, they were stacked, man. They were stacked. Anyways, y'all, I mean, that's it for the reaction, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I mean, drop in the comments, man. What defense do you guys think is better? Even though I don't like comparing the defenses, but I'm going to let y'all do that if y'all want to. What defense was better, the LOB or the dark side? Let me know in the comments. See y'all in the next reaction.